Patriots Nation, take a deep breath because something feels different in Foxborough right now. There's a historic record quietly being broken. There was some beautiful Monday night violence in the best football sense. There are big behind-the-scenes moves shaping the future of this offense. And, right in the middle of all that, a veteran star just opened up about what's really going on in the locker room. None of this is random. These are pieces of the same puzzle that will decide if this team is just hot in December or really ready to run the AFC in January. You're not going to believe what we've got today, so sit down, drop a like, and let's get straight into it. Let's start with the piece that's making the whole NFL uncomfortable. This Patriots offense. 10 straight wins, a bye week to reset, and Drake May playing MVP-level football like it's just another Sunday. But there's a detail almost nobody outside New England is really talking about. It's not just that this team is winning, it's how they're doing it. 10 games in a row scoring at least 23 points, tying a mark we hadn't seen here since 2012. Last year, we were begging this offense just to find the end zone. Now we're talking about historic scoring streaks and a real shot at the #1 seed in the AFC. That's not luck. That's roster building and philosophy done the right way. And that's where one name has to be respected. Mike Vrabel. He took a 4-13 roster, tore into everything that mattered, and in a single offseason turned it into this offensive machine. Vrabel knew he already had the most important piece, a franchise quarterback on the rise. Instead of blaming Drake May, he looked around and said, "The problem isn't the guy throwing the ball, it's the guys blocking and the guys catching." The result? An offensive line rebuilt with reliable veterans, 2 rookies starting up front, 4 new wide receivers including Stephon Diggs, and explosive playmakers spread across the formation. That combination changed everything. Now, when the Patriots go over 23 points, it doesn't feel like a surprise. It feels like the baseline. And when your baseline is that high, you automatically put yourself back into every Super Bowl conversation. Of course, it's not perfect. The lack of depth in a few spots could still come back to bite them, especially if injuries hit key positions like running back or the offensive line. Back in 2024, we just wanted the offense not to get in the way. Today, the question is completely different. How far can this offense, led by Drake May and built out of Mike Vrabel's vision, actually take New England? If this level holds up in January, the rest of the NFL is going to have to get used to a very uncomfortable sentence. The Patriots are back to fight for everything. While the offense is stealing headlines, there's another storyline quietly building that could turn into a real plot twist for the franchise. And it starts with a phrase that defined an entire era. The season starts after Thanksgiving. Mike Vrabel lived that as a player. Now, as a head coach, he's applying that mindset with surgical precision. The game against the Giants put that on full display. That game was physical and dominant, the kind of win that sends a message to the entire league. If you want to beat New England in December, you're going to have to survive 4 quarters of punishment on both sides of the ball. Christian Ellis flying around like he's got something personal with every running back, Jalen Hawkins delivering hits like they're business cards, and Ramondre Stevenson opening the night with that downhill style that makes a defense think twice before stacking the box. That's not random. That's identity. There was something even more impressive that night, and most people barely noticed it. That patched-together offensive line. 2 starters out, late shuffling, and Drake May still had one of the cleanest nights of his career. According to Next Gen Stats, the Patriots allowed just a 25% pressure rate, the second lowest mark since May entered the league. When this offense is protected like that, it turns into a machine. That's where the name that's making insiders nervous comes in. Josh McDaniels. He's orchestrating all of this. He's building the protection checks, giving Drake May freedom at the line, and designing a system that works no matter who rotates in at wideout or on the line. He rebuilt his own reputation in less than a year and turned this offense into one of the most dangerous groups in football. Here's the problem. He's doing such a good job that rumors are already swirling about desperate teams in need of a head coach, teams like the Giants, eyeing him for the next hiring cycle. That's where the dilemma hits, Patriots Nation. How do you hold on to a coordinator who finally found the perfect quarterback for his system? If Drake May finishes this season playing at MVP level, The outside pressure for McDaniels is going to be brutal. The offense keeps evolving week after week. The chemistry between the two keeps growing, and the fan base is already dreaming about a long-term partnership. But all of that might depend on a decision that won't be in Vrabel's hands. While the Patriots are locked in on January, there are rival teams already plotting for February. At the same time, there's a bigger picture concern slowly growing among fans who think a few years ahead, the long-term future of this offense. Yes, the Patriots are rolling. Drake May looks like an elite quarterback. The team is on top of the AFC and right in the mix for that #1 seed. But there's an uncomfortable, almost ironic detail. This immediate success has basically played New England out of range for the top prospects in the 2026 NFL Draft. That hits hardest at wide receiver. Even with clear improvement, this roster still doesn't have that true, dominant WR1 to grow alongside May. Stefon Diggs has brought leadership, polish, and production, but he's not the long-term blueprint. And the chance to land that guy in the draft shrank the moment this team caught fire in the regular season. That's where a bomb from the insider world comes in. Alex Kennedy, from Pro Football Sports Network, didn't sugarcoat it. He said if the Patriots really want to turn this offense into something terrifying, they've got to open the vault and go after George Pickens in free agency. The same Pickens who's blowing up in Dallas right now, producing more than any New England receiver has since 2015. The number is big. 1,142 receiving yards in just 12 games while sharing the field with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. Imagine what that guy could do in an offense led by Drake May, with more freedom, a bigger role, and a system that's growing every week. Pickens could change the level of this attack overnight. According to SpotRack, the Patriots are projected to have at least $62 million in cap space in 2026 and up to 11 draft picks. If there's a team built to make a big, aggressive move, it's New England. The Cowboys know what they have in Pickens and will try to keep him, but their tight cap situation opens a door for a heavy, and very tempting, push out of Foxborough. Patriots Nation, just picture it for a second. May throwing to a true alpha receiver who wins 50-50 balls, creates separation, dominates on vertical routes, and forces defenses to completely change how they line up. While all this talk about the future has the fan base dreaming big, there's already a piece inside Foxborough making an impact that goes way beyond the stat sheet. Stefon Diggs. The 32-year-old veteran, used to carrying offenses and being treated like a star everywhere he goes, found something different with the Patriots, and he made sure to say it out loud. Diggs spoke openly about the chemistry in this locker room. He talked about the camaraderie, the collective effort, the way every guy holds himself and his teammates accountable, and especially how real it all feels. Nothing is fake, he said. Coming from a guy who's seen locker rooms fall apart in silence, that's not just a compliment. That's confirmation that the environment in New England has truly changed. When a player with that resume talks like that, the impact is instant. He's at 64 catches, 705 yards, and 3 touchdowns, on pace for yet another 1,000-yard season, something no Patriot has done since 2019. But it's not just the numbers, it's how perfectly he complements Drake May. Diggs understands windows, anticipates scramble situations, adjusts routes when the play breaks down, and gives a young quarterback the security blanket you dream about when you're trying to speed up his development. May, meanwhile, is completing over 71% of his passes, already past 3,400 yards, and keeps showing that rare balance between aggression and control. He's not just playing well, he's running the offense. Having Diggs next to him, someone who knows how to handle pressure, read coverages, and win one-on-one, turns this attack into something even more dangerous. There's another detail that matters. Diggs didn't come here just to produce right now. He came to set a standard. The crisp routes, the professionalism, the way he carries himself in the locker room, the expectations in every rep. He's passing all of that on to the younger guys. It's almost like New England signed a wide receiver and, as a bonus, got a wide receivers coach with all-pro credibility in the same package. With 4 games left, This team is sending a clear message. This isn't hype or a lucky streak. This is something being built brick by brick. And the confidence Diggs showed in his comments tells you everything about where this locker room is mentally. Locked in, unified, and hungry. At the end of the day, everything we talked about tonight points to one simple truth. This team isn't just winning games, it's building something special. The records being broken, the physical identity coming back, the noise in the rumor mill, and Stefon Diggs' belief in this group all show that New England is thinking big again. Now I want to hear from you. How far can this team go if they keep this mindset? Drop your take in the comments because this is a conversation between fans. And of course, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's ride together all the way into January.